Yes, an insight on where to go, bring the future into the present, and then ability to motivate people to really get it. And a real appreciation of symbols. And that is a tremendous gift. If I could just tell you one story, when I think of Nelson Mandela, there's about 20 episodes in his mind and life that I really think about. But the one that really got me was when Mandela was first in office, or just released. I don't even know if he was president. I think he was president then. But anyway, the Afrikaners, who really did resist very much, and it was F.W. de Klerk who really inspired them and moved them along, but they were still not comfortable with the black leader of South Africa, which I never thought would happen. Anyway, they were the worst of the apartheid supporters. We're all rugby players and rugby fans. And there was a rugby tournament that ended up in South Africa by chance. All this was by chance, but you know, unless you believe in some divine plan out there. And so the stadium basically had 100,000 screaming Afrikaners there cheering for the South African rugby team. And they were playing Germany or France or somebody like that in Johannesburg. And I'm sure there wasn't 3 blacks in the crowd of 100,000. And if so, they were just selling concessions or something like that. Anyway, Nelson Mandela shows up that day, goes in the locker room ahead of time, says, come on, you know, I hope you win this, everything. He says, can I wear one of your uniforms? Puts on the uniform of the rugby team, goes out, screams his lungs out for that, is asked afterwards, you know, how could you? He says, these are our boys. These are our brothers. These are. After that time, and he said that at the time, after that time they won the match. The leading team, all these, I'm sure they were all racist, or I shouldn't say that, but I mean they were certainly for the white regime there. They took Mandela, put him on his shoulder, took him around, and everybody was not only shouting for the rugby victory, but the whole stadium, 110,000 people were shouting, Mandela, Mandela. This was the symbolic move that said, we're all South Africans. These are my boys. And I want my boys to win out there. Now that's a beautiful story. That is an exceptional leader. You know, I'm sure that when Mandela says, I want to go see the rugby match today, you know, his whole staff said, oh, you don't want to see the rugby match. I mean, you know, those aren't our people. He said, no, those are my people.